Can you do me a big favor? And over there, that ladder, can you back it up maybe like a few inches? Yeah, thanks.
I got no problem with that.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the San Bernardino Soccer Complex. I'm Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions, and today's match features the ISC Strikers and the Hotspurs USA Elite. Hotspurs in the red trunks, white jerseys. The Strikers in all black. We'll get you the rosters for the Strikers. Number 1, the goalkeeper, Trevor Herrera. Number 2 is Scott Kirchner. Number 3, Jason Ling. Number 4, Daniel Nolan. Number 5, Alexander Edelstein. Number 6, Miguel Mendoza. Number 8, Jeremy Eaton. Number 9, Jonathan Swedland. Number 10, Adrian Hadiono. Number 11, Jeffrey Moore. Number 12, Shota Yamamoto. Number 13, Cipriano Perez. Number 14, Parker Ferris. Number 15, Kasuku Ito. Number 16, Jeffrey Coulter. And we have a story on Jeffrey. We'll let you know that in a second. Number 17, John Chapman. Number 18, Robert Smart. And number 20, Landon Herrera. The coach, Roger Castle. Team manager, assistant coach, Victor Ling. And the head coach of the ISC program is Don Ebert. See both teams there at midfield. Ready to go here. We'll get you the roster for the Hotspurs. Again, Hotspurs, the white jerseys and the red trunks. Number 2 is Tim Byrne. Number 3, Chris Christensen. Number 4, Mark Kennedy. Number 5, Nathan Wotak. Number 6, Keaton Nemo. Number 7, Ian Marin. Number 8, Anthony Sawaya. Number 9, AJ Conti. Number 10, Josh Allen. Number 12 is Ben Belmont. Number 14, Shane Reese. Number 16, Aaron Johnson. There's the whistle. The goalkeeper today, number 17, R.J. Smith. And number 18 is Siscom Mesa. As you see the Hotspurs streaking down the far sideline to start the game. That's number 4, Mark Kennedy. Head coach, Jason Heth. And the team manager is Jill Conti. Again, the Hotspurs USA Elite. So this is a boys under 15 2004 State Open Cup championship game. And it is the Hotspurs putting the ball into play from the far side near the corner. Both teams battling for control of the ball, and finally, again, goes out over on the far side. For this Hotspurs team, number 9, AJ Conti. He'll take a shot towards the net. It's going to be cleared away by the defense of the Strikers. Ball will go across midfield, but the Strikers don't get much further as the Hotspurs will send the ball back the other way. It goes out of bounds. The Strikers still with possession of the ball as they try to move up and down the far side of the field. For this Hotspurs elite team, said A.J. Conti there, and making the stop for the Hotspurs, the goalkeeper R.J. Smith. Now R.J. Smith, regarded as one of the top goalkeepers in Southern California, as he's recorded numerous shutouts over this season, and 4 of them coming in State Cup play. RJ, a big boy, 6 feet 1 inch. Getting the ball out, and the Strikers bringing it back into play. This Strikers team was formed in 2000. These boys were 12 years old. 6 of the 18 players on this Strikers team were original team members. Coach Roger Castle has been with this team for the past 2 years. Victor Ling, team administrator, has been with the team since 2000, since its inception. And goalkeeper Trevor Herrera has done an exceptional job at goalkeeper with several shutouts. See the action again as the Hotspurs try to penetrate deep into Strikers territory, but again the Strikers defense is there. Ball again across midfield, trying to get there for the Strikers. Number 12, Shota Yamamoto. Great passer on this Striker team. A lot of friends amongst his teammates here. And Shota will be returning to Japan very soon here after the conclusion of the season. Hopefully his teammates and friends will appreciate the time that he's spent here as the Strikers clear the ball out of the box. And again, Yamamoto, number 12. All over the field, great footwork. And he recovers there. 2 knees on the ground, gets up, tries to get the ball in time. Hotspurs circling the wagons around him, able to get to the ball just a little bit quicker, but then we get a whistle. And now the free kick for the Strikers. Strikers send the ball deep into the Hotspurs backfield. And the Hotspurs defense will hold. They'll clear it away. Here comes the Hotspurs towards midfield. Now they move the ball here to the near side. Number 7 for the Hotspurs saves that ball from going out, and he'll send the ball screaming down the near sideline. Ian Marin. Ian likes to cause a lot of trouble defensively for the opposing teams. Always seems to have a knack for finding the ball as well, Ian does. And that ball goes out across the back line, and we'll have a corner kick for the Strikers, number 14. Parker Ferris. Here comes the kick, very strong and long. Will roll to the far side. Yamamoto, number 12, has the ball taken away by the Hotspurs. You know that's got to be a great play. Take the ball from the handy footwork of number 12, Yamamoto. That ball goes out of bounds. I believe it was out across the back line as Parker Ferris is there, looks to take another goal kick maybe, or I'm sorry, corner kick. And from our angle, not a corner kick, just a kick from free kick down near the corner. And again, the ball is headed and goes out of bounds. No score here. We're just underway, about 7 minutes into play. Beautiful day here in San Bernardino, California. This soccer complex hosting yet another State Open Cup. As you can see, many fields around us, many games going on here. A great venue. So far, the weather has cooperated. A little on the warm side, but no rain. Both teams battling for control of the ball over on that far side. Aaron Johnson, number 16 for the Hotspurs, tries to move in. The ball will go out. We're going to watch Aaron Johnson here. He's known as a great stopper. So if the strikers decide to attack, we might see number 16 coming to the rescue. Another fine defender on this team. He'll also play forward if this Hotspurs team needs him to do so. As you see that ball go out across the back line. Parker Ferris, number 14, heading upfield, you saw there on the screen. And that goal kick is sent well across midfield. Nice leg by Trevor Herrera. Hotspurs defense keeping the strikers out of the box, not giving them a shot on the net. And holding the ball up now, number 18. For the strikers, Robert Smart. Again, back and forth. Nobody coming down with control of the ball. Finally, a whistle that'll go against the strikers. Rob Smart is his first year on the team. He as well has great speed. He likes to overtake those defenders with his speed. Regarded as one of the better athletes here on this striker team. Halves are 40-minute lengths here today in this championship game. We'll go to overtime if needed. And now it's the Hotspurs heading towards the net. Coming out, making a save, the defense for the strikers. Might have been Smart there, number 18. Mucking things up in the middle. Denying the Hotspurs. Hotspurs number 14, Shane Reese, sends that ball downfield. Again, down the near side, Parker Ferris takes it away on a nice defensive move for the strikers as he moves towards the middle of the field. Too many white jerseys are there. Ian Marin for the Hotspurs takes it away. Ian kind of holds back, waiting for the ball. Just a little bit to his left, can't get to it. His teammate, number 14, Shane Reese, comes out of nowhere. But he just can't handle the ball, and the defense for the strikers will send it back the other way. Shane Reese for the Hotspurs, left defender on this team. One of the left-footed kickers here. Again, like many of the other teammates here for the Hotspurs, very fast. This is a team built for speed. And earlier on here in State Cup play, he had 2 game-winning goals. So Shane will use that left foot. They call it deadly accurate. And we'll see if it comes into play here today. Shane will take this again with the angle here with the left foot. He's going to try to center the ball right in front of the box there. And let's see what, oh, he's going to go on the ground, but it's still centered. The ball slowed up just enough, allowing the strikers to head into the lane and clear the ball away. So not exactly sure if Shane wanted to keep the ball on the ground. Again, this field, we've talked about it in some previous games here over the past few weekends. You see the brown patches, that ball goes soaring right into the hands of R.J. Smith, the goalkeeper. Parker Ferris trying to put the strikers on goal on top here first. Going back to the field, you can see the patches of brown. Of course, the ball is very quick when it hits those patches, but the dirt or the grass is quite long. And it can be a little deceiving. If you actually see the player's shoes, they'll somewhat disappear in that grass. So at times it can be a very slow field. Turn around kick towards the net, scooped up by R.J. Smith. And the few shots on goal that the strikers have had, they've kept on the ground. Not sure if that's in deference to the 6'1" frame of R.J. Smith. Hotspurs coming out, number 5, Nathan Wotak. Coming up on about 14 minutes here into the game. And a free kick now. Kick comes high into the air, right in front of the net. There's a lot of action there, but it's going to roll away. Trevor Herrera looks on. His teammate doing a great job. Might have been an inadvertent handball there. Now we're going to get a whistle. It's hitting the ground, number 9, A.J. Conti for the Hotspurs. And that will go against the strikers. Conti, known as Spider-Man to his Hotspurs teammates. So you're going to hear that quite a bit here this championship day. That ball finally cleared well out of bounds. Going to be a second or two before they get it back into play. Strikers put it back in. Now they penetrate deep towards the net. That ball is going to be knocked out of bounds across the back line by the defense of the Hotspurs. So the strikers will have a corner kick. Look, it looks like it will be coming from that far corner. And we'll see if the strikers can capitalize here. Number 12, Shota Yamamoto. Right-footed kick, high into the air. Batted away as you see the hand, that tall frame, 6'1" of R.J. Smith. Bats it away like a Shaquille O'Neal rejection. As he goes high into the air. And they say that ball was last touched by the strikers as it goes out, so it'll be a goal kick. And the Hotspurs will clear the ball away from the net. There's the whistle. Hotspurs go right down the middle of the field. Yamamoto. Strikers will take it. Nice setup pass, just a little bit off the mark. As Scott Kirchner was looking for John Chapman. Strikers still maintain control of the ball over on the far side. It's a beautiful pass by Kirchner, just a little bit too tall. But he had the right idea as he isolated Chapman over there on the far side. And they were looking to strike towards the net. And it will be Kirchner to handle the ball from the far side. Kirchner, a late addition to this striker team during their Coast Soccer League play. Again, very quick, and now we have an injured Hotspur on the ground. Quickly gets up. And that looks like number 5, Nathan Wotak. That is one person the Hotspurs don't want to get hurt. Nathan, very dangerous striker, very fast, nice bursts of quick acceleration. Adds a whole new dimension to this Hotspurs team. It's already a fast team, and if you count him as one of the faster players out there on the field. Having one heck of a State Cup season as well. Strikers go towards the net, and it's going to be just wide. And R.J. Smith sets the ball down for the goal kick. Coming upon just about midway through the first half, no score. Again, this is a boys under 15 2004 State Cup final. High into the air, strikers. Number 13 here on the near side. Cipriano Pettis. And the ball will go out of bounds off his foot. CJ Pettis, as he is known, so we'll call him CJ here for the remainder of this game. CJ also plays high school, much improved player. Can really see his other teammates out in the field, distributes the ball well, and here comes the strikers attacking the net. Smith coming out, he's not going to be able to stop the ball, and that ball will find the back of the net as R.J. Smith came out. But Scott Kirchner, number 2 for the strikers, didn't give up. He saw the ball go right past the keeper, and he kept going, and he beat 2 defenders to the ball, and the strikers on top first here in the first half, and they have taken a 1-0 lead. So Scott Kirchner, there he is right there at midfield, number 2. Looking to attack again. But we'll see if the Hotspurs can come back and recapture some momentum, tie this game. Ball finally comes down after 2 bounces. Strikers controlling it. And it's the Hotspurs defense sending the ball out of bounds on the far side just to stop the forward progress of the Hotspurs. I'm sorry, the strikers, and it's Kirchner putting the ball into play. Nice high toss, still rolling around right in front of the net. Here comes a shot. Smith will come out. R.J. Smith makes a stop, number 18. Rob Smart is denied. So the Hotspurs not ready to give up yet. They're only down a goal here halfway through the first half. And now maneuvering his way through that defense for the Hotspurs, number 9, A.J. Conti, again showing us that burst of speed. Decides to defer the ball over here to the near side. Tries to get some of his teammates involved, and coming out, making a nice diving stop, Trevor Herrera. Strikers very quick over on the far side. That's number 14, Parker Ferris. That was Parker, the blonde hair. Parker Ferris, center midfielder. Again, some heavy speed. He'll be taking most of the corner kicks. We've already seen him with 2 or 3 here so far, and the direct kicks. Very physical player for his size, and you can see it right there with the left forearm trying to gain position on the Hotspurs, number 13. And a whistle and a stop in play. And Parker Ferris, just as we were talking about, will take the direct free kick. Here he comes on the ground towards the net. It's going to be just a little bit wide of that far post and out across the back line, and the Hotspurs will clear it out and away. Both of these teams showing a little bit of fatigue here in the first half. They've been nonstop, taking advantage of every stop and play to gather their breath. Strikers send it back over again across midfield, but the Hotspurs backfield is there. They'll bring it up across mid, and here we go down the far sideline. Battling for position there for the Hotspurs, number 4, Mark Kennedy. And that ball will go out. One nothing Strikers over the Hotspurs, and it's the Strikers again coming up from the backfield. Nice kick across midfield. Parker Ferris battling for the ball there in the middle of the field. Quick whistle as number 3, Jason Ling, retrieves the ball. Jason Ling, known for his exceptional passing, especially the long crossfield passes. He can find the open teammate upfield or across the field. He's got a great eye. And also on defense, very quick. Coming up from behind, he can strip a few balls away from the opposing team. And again, the Strikers come across midfield, and they run into that defense of the Hotspurs. 1-0 game for the Strikers as they were able to pull R.J. Smith out from the box. He tried to make a save, but Scott Kirchner got to the ball just a little bit quicker. Was able to get it right by R.J. and continued on with the ball. Hit it one more time and watched it go into the back of the net, past 2 defenders. And now as the action moves here on the near side towards the far corner, or this near corner, it will be the Strikers putting it back into play. High overhead toss. Right there in the middle of the field again, number 13, C.J. Perez. And now it's the Hotspurs trying to make a move here as they come up across midfield. But again, the defense for the Strikers closing up those passing lanes and taking the ball back the other way.
Go, Aaron, go!
Now we have an errant ball here from another field. Finally taken care of. It's the Hotspurs putting it back into play here. Chris Christensen, number 3, looking for a teammate. He'll go towards the box. Bounces once, twice. Hotspurs are in deep. They're going to take a shot, but coming out, Trevor Herrera. catches the ball, and now he'll clear it away. The very strong right-footed kick, well across midfield. Nice defensive stand there for the Hotspurs. Let's see if they can clear it out and away. Number 12, Ben Belmont. Ben Belmont, one of the team captains here for the Hotspurs. He is definitely a force. One of the stronger midfielders around. And when you get him into that 18-yard box, he's very powerful and accurate in his shooting. Very strong player. And just as his all-around ability as an on-field team leader. So Ben Belmont, rocked and ready to go here for the Hotspurs.
Let's go, Hotspurs.
And on the goal kick, the Hotspurs send the ball up across midfield again. A lot of black jerseys around, and the Strikers control the ball. They send it back across midfield. Christensen looking for some help. And that looked like his teammate number 8, Anthony Sawaya. That was Anthony Sawaya. You see him right there at midfield. Whistle will go against the Hotspurs, so the Strikers will bring it up. Now it's a foot race over in that far corner. Let's see if the Strikers come out with it. Parker Ferris hanging around, wants the pass. Jonathan Swedlin, number 9, for the Strikers, battling over there on the far side. Jonathan's a very solid defensive midfielder, one of the core players on this team, and one of the better headers defensively here in today's game. Ball finally retrieved from one of the adjoining fields. And again, the Hotspurs will clear it away from the net and give R.J. Smith a little breathing room there. Strong kick, cross midfield. Christensen looking for some help, goes over here towards the near side, has his teammate Shane Reese. And Reese with that strong left foot. Shows what he's got. It goes right into the hands of Trevor Herrera. So ever since we had the goal by Kirchner for the Strikers, we've been going back and forth. Neither team really gaining an advantage. This game could easily be a 0-0 tie instead of Strikers up 1-0. Just that one split-second decision to come out of the box allowed Kirchner to put the score. And we'll see if the Hotspurs can manage to get a few more shots on goal here in the first half and go in tied. But the way both of these teams are playing, a 1-0 game right now, I think the Hotspurs would be very happy going into halftime with the score just the way it is. Ball again going across midfield. Again high into the air. Hotspurs attacking the net within the box. There's a kick high into the air, and it's going to be very long and up across the back line. And the Strikers with the goal kick, clearing it away. Hotspurs send it back. Nice placement of the ball in the middle of the field, but too many Hotspurs around. They're making it very hard for the Strikers to clear it up and across midfield.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Parker Ferris was looking to do something, but the Hotspurs defense deny him. And now the Hotspurs coming back the other way. Again, Hotspurs in the red trunks. Denied by the Strikers defense. But they recover, still with the ball. Reese. Hotspurs now showing up a nice passing game. Some long passes, looking to get the shot that they want. That one goes towards the net. Oh, it's just wide. Beautifully set up play by the Hotspurs. And the shot on goal just wide as you saw it. Angle just around that far post. Nothing Trevor Herrera could do there except watch the ball. And he watched it go just wide and out across the back line. And with just about 6 minutes to go here in the first half, it remains Strikers 1, Hotspurs nothing. Shane Reese. AJ Conti again, a force there in the middle of the field for the Hotspurs. Spider-Man. Spider-Man trying to get across the Striker defense who hit the ground. Nice defensive play by the Strikers. Coming out, making a nice save. RJ Smith, again, very calculated move. If he didn't come up with that ball, he left the net undefended. Strikers couldn't capitalize, but it was a great job by RJ Smith to collect the ball. Ball is on the ground, loose. Strikers, I don't know how they come up with it. There were 3 Hotspurs there. In one black jersey, they were able to come up with the ball. And it looked like the Hotspurs were just trying to move the ball upfield a little too quickly. They were having to stop the momentum of the ball, hold it up for a couple of teammates, and get some more bodies up there. But again, down 1-0. They'd like to get as many shots on goal as they can here before the end of the half, and you know that's what they were thinking. And again, the ball goes out over on the far side. So the Hotspurs with the direct free kick. Nice placement right in front. The header. Great save by Trevor Herrera to keep this game 1-0 Strikers. Oh my. I don't know how the Hotspurs, they don't understand how that ball did not go in. It was headed perfectly. Great placement on the kick. And I think we have an injured player for the Hotspurs, or just some substitutions. Oh, that was a great play and a great save by Trevor Herrera. So Ben Belmont and Shota Yamamoto.
Come on, guys, let's get back to offense. Offense. Let's go black. Let's get
Will battle for the ball here as soon as the referee places it.
Let's go, Hotspurs. Let's get another one.
Just a few minutes to go here in the first half. I'm Ken Gonzalez for Georgia Langevin Productions, and it's the Strikers coming away with the ball. Trying to penetrate. That's number 20, Landon Herrera. Kick goes high into the air and out across that back line. So Landon Herrera known as a scrappy small forward for this Strikers team, number 20. He can score if the opportunity presents itself, so he doesn't let too many shots go errant. If he's going to take a shot on the net, it's going to be a good one. And as with most scrappy guys, that's how they get the nickname. They're in the right place at the right time. And that's what Landon Herrera brings to this Strikers team. And now the Strikers again attacking. Hotspurs clearing it out and away. Nice play. Ball rolls over to the far side, now back across midfield. And there's a whistle. Just a few moments to go. Maybe a minute or less here in the first half. Jason Ling centers the ball, just a little long on the header. And the Strikers will attack the net, but R.J. Smith is right there. Smith comes out of the box. He makes a stop. Again, 1-0 Strikers. Hotspurs will try to clear it away. There's the whistle, and that will indicate the end of this very exciting first half. 1-0, the Strikers taking the lead off the foot of Scott Kirchner as he gets one past R.J. Smith, the goalkeeper. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
Feed him through, but what I see right now, two things. Number one, their offense is just free kicks. And they can't get them unless we give it to them. They keep getting them because we give it to them. We need to stop that. It doesn't do anything. It's negative. Number two, let's put the ball down and stop playing that game through the middle of the field. Okay? Now, the other thing too is, when we play the ball in,
Here's what I see. Energy. We're on the starting line.
Second half just set to get underway. 1-0 Strikers taking the lead into halftime. And the Hotspurs will start things off here in the second half. Looking to get even quickly for the Hotspurs. Number 12, Ben Belmont again.
Let's go. Offense.
Trying to get his team going. The ball will go out of bounds over on the far side. Hotspurs will have it. This half, Hotspurs moving from left to right. Again, Strikers in black, maintaining the 1-0 lead. Trevor Herrera with a great save near the end of that first half. Off the header. Dove up into the air and came down with it. And that's the only reason why this game is not tied 1-1. R.J. Smith comes out, makes a stop. Now he'll roll the ball out. Hopefully his team can clear it away. Mark Kennedy looking on here on the near side. That's number 10, Josh Allen for the Hotspurs. Bring the ball up across midfield. Very talented player, Josh Allen, as you see there. Takes a far outside shot, goes right into the hands of Herrera. Does a great job on defense throughout the year, does Josh Allen. Penetrates as well when he's on offense. Again, very quick. And as we just saw, very accurate long ball kicker. And he'll also take corner kicks for this Hotspurs team, so very deadly accurate kicker there in Josh Allen. Ball right here at midfield. Strikers now trying to penetrate. Landon Herrera being held up. Smith's got to look on. And looks like an offsides there against the Strikers. R.J. Smith looked to be up for the task.
Come on, pull it in. On offense, Black, offense.
Little collision there right in front of us. We'll get the whistle. And that goes against, I believe it was the Strikers. Hotspurs put it back into play, but then they lose it again to the Strikers. As you see right here in the middle of the field for the Strikers, number 15, Kasuku Ito. Ito, nicknamed T by his teammates. He can play forward and midfield, and he likes to go one-on-one with defenders. He can score. When he's isolated alone, he's got some moves, and he can get it past those defenders. And we'll see if he can show us those skills here in the second half. Ball now across midfield, taking it there for the Hotspurs, number 9. A.J. Conti, Spider-Man again, coming down the near side. Tries to center the ball in the middle of the field. Ben Belmont again there. Josh Allen looks on. 1-0 game, anything can happen. In the second half. Shane Reese will take the kick. Right down the middle. You see the wall of defenders for the Strikers. That strong left foot. Here it comes. It'll break that wall. And another stroke of great luck or great play. Herrera gets some help by that far post as that ball goes just by him and hits the post. And the Hotspurs are denied. And the Hotspurs have to be wondering if they can ever catch a break. They have come so close to scoring 2 goals just in the last 10 minutes or so of play as we go back to the end of the first half and now the beginning of the second half. And they still trail 1-0, but if they continue to put this kind of pressure on the defense of the Strikers, something's bound to go through. Number 11, Jeffrey Moore in there right at midfield for the Strikers as he watches that ball. Cleared away by the Hotspurs. Can the Strikers get back? Hotspurs will send it up across midfield. And again, Jeffrey Moore getting back. Jeffrey, one of the original members of this team when it was formed back in 2000 for the Strikers. And he usually goes up against the best forward on the opposing team, so he can play some defense. There's a shot going in towards the net and coming out as Herrera to make the stop. Streaking now, trying to get across midfield. T.
There it is, in the air, in the air.
Yasuku Ito. Hotspurs will break the momentum. Jeffrey Moore for the Strikers tries to go back the other way, but the Hotspurs won't have it. Moore again brings it up across midfield. Nice pass. An open teammate, Landon Herrera. Oh, and just losing his balance there. Right in the middle of the field. That was number 12. Shota Yamamoto was right there in great position in the middle of the field for that pass, but his footing came right out from underneath him, and he had a spill. Strikers now coming back towards that near back line, towards the back line. Jason Ling thought he might sneak one in, but he's denied again by the Hotspurs defense. John Chapman, number 17, for the Strikers, started this game, played the first 20 minutes or so, but has gone out now with a pulled hamstring, we're told. Or actually a pulled muscle, I'm assuming it was a hamstring. Not sure what it was, but it is a pulled muscle. And that doesn't bode well for the Strikers, as he has one of the biggest, fastest bursts of speed in the first 20 yards of most forwards.
Mark the backside.
And so the breakaway game for the Strikers might be dealt a blow here if Chapman can't return to the game. Daniel Nolan there, as you see. I'm sorry, that's number 4, Mark Kennedy for the Hotspurs. Nolan, number 4 on the Strikers team. Herrera looking on. Hotspurs bring it up. Cisco Mesa there in the middle of the field for the Hotspurs, the enforcer as he's called. Never lost a 50-50 battle, Mesa. That has earned him that enforcer nickname. He likes going up against the opponents one-on-one, taking it to him. So Cisco Mesa, very fearless defender for the Hotspurs.
Crash the net.
Rush it, guys.
A lot of activity there in front of the net. Let's see who's going to come up with it. Hotspurs will take a shot, and that time the ball rolls right into the hands
Offense, guys, offense.
of the goalkeeper, Trevor Herrera, with another save. R.J. Smith coming out to make the stop there. Ball put into play just underneath us here. Out here on the near side. Hotspurs will put it back into play. Mark Kennedy. And Kennedy now deferring it up to number 10, his teammate, Josh Allen.
All right, let's cash one in. Come on, Spurs. Come on, best efforts, Black.
Josh looks downfield. Now the pass. Aims toward the corner, again using the near sideline. Mark Kennedy. Ball put back into play. Aaron Johnson was there for the Hotspurs. Both teams battling for the ball there, but the Strikers clearing it away. Just about 11 minutes into this second half. Still 1-0 Strikers over the Hotspurs. We have just under 30 minutes to play here in regulation. 30 minutes for the Hotspurs to try to get one into the net and tie this game.
Come on, Strikers!
Ball again comes up to midfield. Nice job by the Strikers. Wigwagging their way through the defense of the Hotspurs. Getting in deep, but again, once they get near the net, that Hotspurs defense clamps down. They're able to clear the ball away. Hotspurs get it back in. Now it's the Strikers penetrating deep.
Josh, get up there! Oh, nice play.
Towards the back line, they're going to take a shot. The ball right in front of the net. They're not in position, though, the Strikers, to take a shot. And R.J. Smith breathe a sigh of relief there. And now a whistle, and this one will go against a yellow card now. Looks like number 12 for the Hotspurs. Ben Belmont will receive the yellow card. Keaton Nemo, number 6 for the Hotspurs. Looked on. That shot goes towards the net. The header is going to go out across the back line. Keaton plays for the nationally ranked #1 high school team, Granite Hills, out of San Diego.
Come on, Black. We need another one. Let's do it. Come on, Spurs. On offense. Let's play.
One of the 4 who helps keep the defense of this team in check throughout the season. He's known as the anchor of that defense. Quick and accurate footing has helped start many attacks, so he'll bring the ball up. He'll stop the offense and get the offense going for his team back the other way. There's the left-footed kick. Shane Reese in deep. He had a Hotspurs teammate. Not sure the number there as he hits the ground. And I'm not sure he could have done much with it anyway, as his back was to the net, and it would have taken some time. And by then, the Strikers' defense might have converged. But nevertheless, Hotspurs still putting some pressure on that Striker defense. You know, they're only down 1. No time to panic. About 25 minutes left here in regulation. Again, I'm Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions, bringing you yet another game of the week here. This time we happen to be at the San Bernardino Soccer Complex, San Bernardino, California. The 2004 State Open Cup, this boys under 15 championship game. Strikers going right at the net, high into the air. The header, and cleared away by the Hotspurs defense. Nice play there right in front of us. Jason Ling. Sorry, that's C.J. Perez, number 13 for the Strikers.
Chris, go wide. Ball showing up.
Hotspurs defense right in front of the net. They don't want the Strikers to penetrate. Now we're getting a whistle inside the box. Let's see if that goes against the Hotspurs, as the ball rolls out of bounds here just below us.
Set it up, guys.
Strikers still maintaining the 1-0 lead. And that did go against the Hotspurs. So the Strikers now with another opportunity to try to put another goal on the board and take a 2-0 lead. Yamamoto is there. Let's see if he's going to take the kick. He also has number 13, C.J. Pettis there. There's the wall of defenders for the Hotspurs. Jonathan Swedlin looks on as well for the Strikers. And it will be Yamamoto. Right-footed kick. Here it comes. High into the air. And just wide of the post and goes out of bounds across the back line. And so the Strikers are denied here an opportunity of scoring. They still maintain a 1-0 lead.
Come on, Hotspurs. Come on, guys. Take it away.
Strikers with the ball.
Get to the end. Good job. Back up.
And will that go out of bounds on the far side? Yes, it does. Strikers controlling the ball. Now they'll attack the net over on the far side, trying to gain an angle. Here comes a kick. Right in front, a nice header right in front of the net. And they've taken a 2-0 lead. Number 20, Landon Herrera, heads the ball into the back of the net. And the Strikers take a 2-0 lead. You see Miguel Mendoza there. He was involved in the action. Mickey, as they call him, number 6. He likes to be in near the goal. He's got a great shot. And he's one of those spot players that'll come in and spell somebody for a break and actually contribute to the game. Not just an extra leg or two out there. As he's been known to get a crucial goal in a very critical game. So Mickey Mendoza into the game.
Offense, guys, offense.
Hotspurs now trail by 2. And now they have their work cut out for them. Hotspurs right in front of the net. Herrera coming out. And they're going to say the Hotspurs were a little too far in. And Herrera with another save. We're just about halfway through this second half. 20 minutes to go. 2-0 lead for the Strikers. Hotspurs getting to the ball in the backfield a little bit quicker. Shane Reese clears it out across the far sideline and out. Strikers will have the ball.
Pressure, let's go.
Defense for the Hotspurs gets back. Smith looks on. He'll take this one on a bounce. Quickly, he'll get it up across midfield. Nice, strong kick. Strikers are there. Now the ball at midfield, and the Hotspurs able to save it. They go across. Now back the other way. And that ball high into the air, out of bounds across the back line. So we'll have a corner kick now for the Strikers. Let's see if they can add to their 2-0 lead. Kick comes in deep, centered. Hotspurs clear it away. They do a good job there on defense, but the Strikers get back. Not for long, though. Moore. Crossfield pass to the far side. Mendoza there in the middle of the field. See him. And here are the Hotspurs there. Number 2, Tim Byrne, a defender for the Hotspurs in the game. Been a very consistent and strong presence as one of the 4 backfield defenders for the Spurs. And 2004 has been his best season yet. He's had some of his greatest games of his career here this year. As Herrera brings the ball in from out of bounds. The goal kick will be taken by number 13, C.J. Perez. And they'll switch balls there. Ball right about midfield. Battle for it. Coming out, Herrera, he'll make the stop before the Hotspurs can get there. And the Strikers still maintain a 2-0 lead. Under 20 minutes to go here in the game. Ball just across midfield. The referee just about to say he wanted to call his whistle right there, wanted to blow it. Gave it another split second, and he found an opportunity to do so. And the Strikers will have the ball as that goes against the Hotspurs. Ball goes high towards the net. Hotspurs send it back out the other way.
Go, Aaron, go!
And again high across midfield, the Strikers go. Getting back on defense, Moore. Not allowing the Hotspurs to penetrate deep. Now attacking the net again is number 3, Jason Ling. Runs into some trouble. The Hotspurs defense is there.
Go out. Carry it.
Moore again will put it in.
Too bad.
And that one will roll out of bounds. Landon Herrera says it goes that way. The referee says no, it belongs to the Spurs.
On the offense.
Coming up on just about 15 minutes to go here in the game. 2-0. Strikers over the Hotspurs.
Pressure. Let's go, guys.
And
Keep it on him.
Hotspurs just ready to throw it in. Right here, they're going to use the near sideline. Ball bouncing. Taken there by number 16. Aaron Johnson can't run up to the ball in time. Strikers will take it away and come back the other way. Nice defensive play there by number 4, Mark Kennedy, to take the ball away. Tried to get ball up to Spider-Man, couldn't do it. And now it's the Strikers moving towards the back line. Towards the net now. Cleared away. Nice defense by the Hotspurs. Hotspurs, just as they try to come across midfield, losing the ball. And you can see the frustration on his face. A.J. Conti, a.k.a. Spider-Man. Felt he should have done a little bit more with that ball. And now he'll take a spill out of bounds. A.J. all over the field. He's not giving up now. He's putting it all out there, leaving it all out. This team has plenty of time. It's about 14 and a half minutes to go. And with the speed on this team, they can score 2 goals as they attack again down the near side, angling towards the corner. And the ball goes out, belongs to the Spurs. Back to Allen. Josh Allen tries to get around a defender. Ling is there, though, makes things difficult. Kennedy, he'll attack the net, trying to set up a header. Defense, though, for the Strikers was there. Number 4, Daniel Noland for the Strikers over on the far side. Gets around the Hotspurs defender. Does a good job. Nolan, little guy with a big heart, as he's known around these parts. He's not afraid to go up against a player twice his size, as he did just there.
Enough time, let's go.
Again, we're going back and forth. Hotspurs need a score here. They need to get a shot on goal this time down. They trailing by 2 with just about 13 minutes to go in the game. And they definitely need to start attacking the goal just about now. As the Strikers team is, well, they lead 2-0, but they're matching the speed of the Hotspurs. Coming across, making a nice sweep move there, number 5.
Good play, guys. Let's get ahead on it.
That was number 5 for the Strikers. If that is, that's Alex Edelstein. Alex, the youngest guy on this team, actually should be on the B4 team, playing a year up. On the field for his defensive prowess. Likes to use his body to stop the opponent's ball movement. There's a collision there. Herrera, Mesa.
Come on, look around, look for the ball. Let's go.
RJ Smith stops the ball.
Start it up, guys. Come on.
And now here come the Spurs, slowly bringing it up towards midfield and across.
Get to it, Aaron. Get to it.
High into the air. Defense makes a stand now. It's the Strikers still penetrating. Coming back to number 10, Josh Allen for the Hotspurs. Allen now trying to take as he gets past Moore. Defense over the Strikers recovers. Kennedy into the middle of the field. Unable to take the shot. Now were they in the box they were, it's going to go out across the back line. They're going to give a corner kick to the Hotspurs. As we come up on the 10-minute mark here of the second half. Corner kick for the Hotspurs. Here it comes, high into the air. Centered just a little bit long. And again, a lot of traffic over there. Not sure if it hit the post and came out or just went out across that back line. Nevertheless, Trevor Herrera was there.
Good job, guys. He's up there.
And the score remains 2-0.
Good job, guys. Coming your way. Coming your way. Come on.
It goes high into the air. Right about midfield. Hotspurs will stop them there and bring it back the other way. That's all they can do right now. As they trail by 2, they need to get some more shots on goal, see if they can get something to fall. It hasn't happened yet. They have been oh so close. There's at least 2 instances where they just were turned away, shaking their head, not exactly sure why the ball didn't fall. Great defensive play by Herrera on one side. A little help by the post another time.
Keep pushing them, guys. Keep pushing them.
Not sure if number 10 for the Strikers has made it into the game yet. That's Adrian Hadiono. But we wanted to get some of his information in there just in case we've missed it. We watch the Strikers trying to penetrate. Adrian,
Good, good.
the defensive marking back. Occasionally he'll play outside mid.
Strikers!
The great defender, likes to go up into the air.
Get it, Spurs!
He undoubtedly has helped the Striker team get to where they are here today.
Come on, guys.
And another side note for the Striker team, number 16, Jeffrey Coulter, not playing today as he
Now's the time, guys. Push
received a double yellow card in the semifinal. But most notably, he's the most physical player on the Striker team, so they've missed that aspect of their game here today.
Good.
but his teammates have picked up the slack and have done a great job without him. As undoubtedly he would give anything to be out there here today. So we're buckled in, settled in for the final 9 minutes or so here in regulation. Well, we say that in final 9 minutes of regulation, yes, as the Hotspurs could score 2 goals, tie this thing up. They trail 2-0. Ball high into the air, and that will go out. Been one of the most pleasurable games to call here in a while, as it's been very lively, a lot of action. 2 goals scored for the Strikers, but as we said, the Hotspurs have been denied twice. They should have had 2 goals. Very evenly matched game. Now the ball getting past the Hotspurs defense. Parker Ferris trying to come in deep. He angles on the far side. He'll take a shot towards the net, but runs out of room. R.J. Smith came out, cut the angle down, and Parker ran out of real estate, and the ball goes out of bounds across the back line. So a goal kick for the Spurs. Again, Parker passes it off to the far side. Strikers not content with just the 2 goals late in the game. They'd like to get another one and maybe put this game out of reach. Just about 8 minutes to go. Nice change of direction there by Anthony Sawaya, number 8 for the Hotspurs.
Come on, Strikers. Push, push.
Now it's the Strikers again, racing towards the net. Kirchner again on the far side. He'll take a shot. And it's going to be stopped by R.J. Smith. Great play. Scott Kirchner was determined to get his 2nd goal of the game.
Get to the ball, get to the ball. Good job, good job, good job.
And that ball goes out across that far side. 2-0 Strikers over the Hotspurs late here in the game.
Come on, let's get ahead on it, guys.
Kick goes high into the air towards the back line, just wide of the net. And the Hotspurs are sent back the other way as Trevor Herrera retrieves the ball. Sets up his teammate C.J. Pettis for the goal kick.
Coming your way.
Battling for the ball right here at midfield. Spider-Man coming back the other way. Conti over to Kennedy. Kennedy now looks upfield. Wants to go one-on-one. Now runs into some defensive trouble. Goes back to Allen. Allen centers the ball. Now it's high into the air. Coming in deep. Ben Belmont signifies that's a corner kick, and it is. Hurry. Josh Allen getting there quickly. Will set the ball down for the corner. Just about 4 or 5 minutes left here in the game. Spurs trail it by 2, high into the air. A lot of traffic there. The ball's bouncing around. I don't know how that didn't go in. Finally cleared away by the Strikers' defense. Now Scott Kirchner. Parker Ferris now streaking towards an open net. He's not going to get there. He doesn't have to touch it. And on the open net goal, that's Scott Kirchner with his 2nd score of the game. And that will more than likely put an end to this championship match. Here in this boys under 15 division. We're at the 2004 State Open Cup in San Bernardino, California. And it is now the Strikers 3 and the Hotspurs nothing.
Okay, Strikers.
under 4 minutes to go, and that should pretty much do it here. And it will be interesting for me anyway to see how the Strikers defense plays out the rest of this game. Will they give up a late goal or two and let the Spurs right back into this, or will they stand tough and complete the shutout? Cross midfield. And that was Adrian Hadiono for the Strikers, so he did get in. Now the ball comes back the other way. Coming out of the net, Herrera to make a nice jumping save. And quickly, doesn't waste any time clearing the ball away across midfield. Parker Ferris is there, but that ball goes off the Hotspurs. And the Strikers again. Hadiono will put it into play. Kennedy battling for the ball. Hotspurs coming to it. Now they'll have it. Let's see if they bring it up across midfield. Ball's taken away for the Strikers, number 13, C.J. Perez. And back and forth they go. Strikers now just wasting time for the Hotspurs. As the clock winds down. Getting back number 4 for the Strikers, Daniel Noland. Now Ben Belmont over on the far side. He's a big force over there. And another force, his teammate number 14, Shane Reese, two of the bigger players on this team. Of course, you can't forget the goalkeeper, R.J. Smith, and his all 6'1". So some very large players on this Hotspurs team, but they ran into a buzzsaw here today. Very quick Strikers team, and now Kirchner again takes the ball up across midfield. Conti is going to have the ball taken away. And now the Strikers can smell it. Yamamoto passes it off. Now Parker Ferris over in the far corner. Will he attack the net or will he hold it up, try to run some time off? Trying to isolate. And he's going to lose the ball over in the corner. But he did his job there, just held the ball long enough, running some time off the clock. As the Hotspurs bring it back across midfield. Just a few minutes to go here in this match. 3-0. Strikers over the Hotspurs. Hotspurs trying to center the ball there. Just a little bit long. Shane Reese over there in the far side. Can't get to it. Daniel Noland looks on for the Strikers. It'll be a goal kick situation for the Strikers. Just about a minute to go. Hotspurs still attacking. Belmont. Coming out of nowhere. Kennedy. There's the whistle, and that's the end of this boys under 15 championship game of the 2004 State Open Cup. It was the ISC Strikers taking it to the Hotspurs by a final score of 3-0. Scott Kirchner with a couple of goals, add another one by Landon Herrera. And goalkeeper Trevor Herrera will complete the shutout. Again, the final score, 3-0 Strikers over the Spurs. I'm Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions, and we hope you've enjoyed today's game. Very quick game. When it came down to it, the Strikers just a little bit too fast. Again, I'm Ken Gonzalez, and we'll see you again next time. Have a good day, everybody.
to call up right now the coach of the Irvine Strikers, the ISC Strikers, Roger Castle.
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to bring Victor Ling, please. And Sue Ann, please. She's our treasurer. We gotta keep her happy. Okay, great. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the Hotspurs. I saw you guys last weekend, and you had a lot of tough games, and to come out here and play with that kind of heart, and you know the one thing about soccer, it's a cruel game. We were up 2-0, could have been 2-1. We end up going down the field and 3-0. No reflection at all on the way you played. That's just soccer. That's all I can say. If you'd have come back 2-1, I'd have lost more hair in the last 10 minutes, believe me. You guys are very, very, I can see you work hard, and I understand listening to your coach, you've been through some tough times, but you know what? He talks about you losing. Sometimes when you win, you think you're doing right. You find out what kind of team you got when you lose. And you showed us today what kind of team you are. You're something, and you got to be very proud. Now, I don't know about this crowd. We've been together 2 years. It's been a heck of a ride. It's been fun. It's been there's been frustrations, and you know what? That's part of coaching. That just goes with the territory. And what I think today is it's a testimony of what they've done week in, week out, and I think they came out here, played with a lot of heart. They put the ball on the ground. They put together some of the things they've been working on, and I think that, and in the end, we came up with what when we started out would be a dream. We never even thought that we'd get this far. I don't think they'd have given us a teacup, let alone a state cup. So, you guys, it's got to show you that if you put yourself on the line and you work hard, this is where you end up. And every one of you guys participated. And you're a lot of fun, and I'm going to miss you. Okay? All right, so let's go through with the medals. Adrian Hadiano. I don't know what this guy's been eating. He grew about 4 feet in a year. Danny. Jason Ling. And this guy actually has got my hair. That was mine when we started, what he's wearing today. Jeff. There's only one word for this guy, Coulter. He loves talking to referees. Mickey Mendoza. We call him T. T. Jeremy. One of the bookends, Trevor Herrera. Alex Edelstein. CJ. The Sonic Boom Chapman. Jonathan Swedland. Robbie. The other part of the bookends, Landon. And then we got this guy. We're not going to give in the microphone. Parker. Scotty.
Go, Scotty!
And we're going to miss this guy a lot. He's gone back to Japan. Showtime. It's an internal joke. If you guys can get him to say something, let us know what it was, because we took 2 years, he didn't say nothing. Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck in the future, boys. You hang in there. You got a lot to work with, believe me. Well done. Thank you.
Patches from the Chevy sponsor, and we'd like to give you a Nike soccer ball from the Nike sponsor. And then we'd like to give you the hardware to show up. The Strikers team photo. So everybody stay.
You know, I think especially on learning how to play the team. I mean, we taught us strategy, tactics, taught us how to win. It didn't happen until the second half of this season after high school when you guys got tougher. But we made it click. Do you realize that we only lost one game out of the last 16 since high school? That's amazing. Roger, we wish you luck in the future. Thank you. We really appreciate you, and we have a presentation here.
Welcome to the big show. Heat current, go!
I have to do this with my wife's slice of paper.
America! Are you serious? It's showtime, baby! Here we go!
Photographic history of your time at the Strikers. It has pictures in here, and this is the coolest one. And it goes on and on and on. Speech. 14 is his first grade.
I'm not leaving to give a speech.
Okay.
Oh, Alan did that one. Take that one out.
Show it through the next year. Look, it showed us growing up, huh? Okay. So, looks like you're about ready to utter a word there, but no. This is the hardest cup. Okay, here is this year's picture.
Yeah. Wait, let me see. I didn't get to see it. Make sure it's even like harder.
And then here's a picture this year when we won up at Irvine in the spring tournament. Oh.
Too many kids. No.
And his coach. And also on the end here, signatures from all the boys. I'd like to present this to you. We're really going to miss you, Shola.
We are.
You're like the core of our team. Say something. Say something.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Wait.
Just one.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
Well, guys, congratulations. You guys did a great job today. And Victor, on behalf of all of the parents and the team, we just want to say thank you for all of your hard work.
Yeah, Victor.
And thank you, Sue Ann, for being a fabulous treasurer also.
Yeah, thank you.
Spend the rest of the money on that gift.
Just one thing, just to wrap it up. First of all, I'd like to say that Victor Ling, not only is he work hard, he works for you guys. He's always got your thoughts in his mind, and we've talked a lot about the future and the past and so on and so forth. You guys have got a lot to be thankful for from this man, and I tell you what, he's got a great sense of humor, a great sense of humor. And there's some stuff that we've shared that only he and I know about it, and I'll tell you what, he's a cracker. So sometimes maybe he looks a little nervous. He got on my case today because I didn't have a Nike hat on, but what the heck. But you guys are in very safe hands, and it's been a lot of work, and I'm not going to say there was any downs. There were some downs, but you know what? When you go down, that's great. You're going to come back up again. And I think you've had way too many speeches probably today. You know what you've achieved. You know what it takes. Take it on. Take from what you learned today, what you learned in the last 2 years. It's not about the soccer ball. It really isn't. It's about belief in your teammates and belief that we're going to get it right one day, and you've got it right today. But don't sit on it. Don't sit on it. That's that would be my suggestion to you. But I think whatever comes out of soccer for you guys, you know where you came from. You know what we've done, and this is the way. And we've not ended up here. This is what you're capable of doing when you put the kind of hard work in. And I'll tell you what, when we sat at breakfast yesterday, it was almost sitting with a bunch of guys. It wasn't adults and kids. And that for me is what this is all about. And you got to be very, very proud. Keep your class in loss and in win. Okay, always remember that. Show your class. All right, guys, the last time, and we're going to make sure to do this. 1, 2, 3 strikers. Come on, everybody. Yeah. He's going to call it. I don't care whether he wants to or not. He said 1, 2, 3. Call it, Shota.
Come on, show us love.
1, 2, 3.
My bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of